Alright guys, welcome back to Who Would Win, where I think of two different characters, talk about what it would be like if they fought, and you guys tell me in the comments below who you think would come out on top in a matchup between the two. So today, I've got Lord Drakkon from, of course, the Power Rangers comics, and probably one of the best new characters to come out of the Power Rangers universe, and versus none other than the Dark Lord of the Sith himself, Darth Vader. So yeah, Vader versus Drakkon. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. So let's talk a bit about Lord Drakkon. Drakkon is for those who are unaware, Drakkon is an alternate universe version of Tommy, who not only stayed as the Green Ranger, and not only stayed that way, but also stayed with Rita, even being broken out of the spell she had under him, and not only that, proceeded to usurp Rita's power, and then took the White Ranger power and added it to the Green Ranger power and became essentially a dictator of his universe. So there's a bit about Drakkon right there. This version of Tommy is also a master hand-to-hand fighter. He is also endowed with the power of two different versions of the two most powerful Rangers. With the power of both the White and Green Ranger power together, Drakkon is essentially given enhanced strength, speed, and durability. He is also incredibly intelligent, cold and calculating. Also carries the Dragon Dagger, and I believe he still had the his version of Saba, which he proceeded to murder and use the sword for his own gain. So he's got both the White Tiger Sword, and he's got Saba and the Dragon Dagger still at his disposal, so he can dual wield those. He also is also capable of projecting energy from himself. Very quick, very intelligent, and just downright brutal. He can take on a majority of the Rangers by himself. He also has a command of an army, but for sake of argument, we're not going to have that Ranger army at his disposal at this moment. This is just going to be a one-on-one fight between Drakkon and Vader. So let's talk a bit about Vader, which not a lot I need to say about Darth Vader. It's Darth freaking Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, the Fist of the Empire. When you think Star Wars, you usually think of Darth Vader. So, of course, Vader is a very powerful Sith Lord. He is one of the most powerful, not as powerful as his master, mind you, but Vader is quite capable despite the cybernetics in his body. He is incredibly durable. I mean, this dude once had an entire, building dropped on him, and he just pushed it away. He still managed to keep going, is what I'm saying. He still managed to keep fighting regardless. He can take a massive amount of punishment. He is also well endowed in the Force, excellent lightsaber duelist, master of Jimso, which is a very heavy strike, very offensive kind of form of weaponry and lightsaber combat. Also, he is in most cases capable of discharging lightning, but it's not true Sith lightning. What it is more or less like an electrical discharge from his suit that he can direct via the Force out of his body and in there. And even if his suit does get damaged, he can use the Force to sustain himself. But But the drawback is he has to focus on the Force to keep him alive, and not so much use it for himself. So yeah. But like I said, his feats in the Force are incredible. He was able once to redirect missiles from a X-wing and a Y-wing and direct it back at him. He's capable of using his lightsaber to deflect entire cannon blasts. And, this dude was once capable of massacring an entire rebel battalion by himself. He has taken on monsters. He has taken on other Jedi. Vader is a powerful foe indeed. Incredibly intelligent, a master strategist. This is a guy you don't want as your enemy. So, what would it be like if Vader and Drakkon faced off in a fight? How would that go down? Now, obviously, Drakkon has the speed advantage over Vader. Vader is definitely going to be, kept on his toes throughout this fight, because Drakkon can easily outmaneuver him And if you're wondering, for sake of argument, let's say that since it's mystically endowed, both Saba and the Dragon Dagger could probably hold their own against Vader's lightsaber. So more than likely, for sake of argument, because of their magical properties, both the Dragon Dagger and Saba can block and be used against the lightsaber. So yeah, again, we haven't seen them clash, but again, we've seen that stuff with magical properties, especially in Soul Calibur, can actually hold their own against a lightsaber. So it would make sense that, like I said, the magical properties in both weapons probably make that it would probably help that as well. Also, I believe that, the armor that Drakkon wears, since it's also magically endowed, could probably take some punishment from Vader's lightsaber. I doubt it could stop a full-on impalement, but definitely, it could survive a couple swings from the lightsaber. It could definitely hold, the armor, could definitely hold its own against, a few slashes of the lightsaber. Now, another big thing is that could Drakkon break out of a force choke? I don't know. It's probably not, but but Drakkon would probably think of something real quick to try to break out of it. He would definitely try to damage Vader's, control box first and foremost, and try his hardest to keep Vader from using the Force on him, and focus more on forcing Vader to use it on himself. So that'd be a big thing, is that Drakkon would definitely see, because obviously one of Vader's major weaknesses is right there on his chest, and if Drakkon can get to that before Vader has a chance to use the Force on him, then yeah, it's definitely going to be it's going to be a difficult fight for Vader, obviously. The other thing is that Drakkon, like I said, is an excellent hand-to-hand fighter. If Vader can, Vader is a good fighter. He's a great lightsaber duelist, but he's not really he's not really adept at hand-to-hand fighting. So Drakkon coming at him with punches and kicks is definitely going to throw Vader off, and definitely his armor is going to protect him. But that magically endowed strength and speed and durability is definitely going to come into play every time. What I'm saying is Vader is definitely going to feel it every time Drakkon punches him. Every time Drakkon strikes him with a punch or a kick, Vader is definitely going to feel it, and it's going to leave him disoriented. Because he's not really used to this kind of fighting. I mean, granted, he's fought Jedi with similar lightsaber styles, but he's never really fought someone who will purposely jump in front of him and punch and kick him. He's never really fought someone who uses martial arts to battle him. He's been mostly, well-trained into using combat that is essentially just using a sword. So that's going to definitely trip up Vader. But I'm not counting Vader out of this fight. I mean, the dude has taken on, like I said, entire rebel battalions by himself. So obviously Vader is going to be a major threat, a major force to be reckoned with. If he gets a hold of Drakkon, there's little chance of him letting go. Drakkon's gonna have to think of something. But like I said, Vader can take some serious amount of punishment. I could definitely see him taking a lot of the punishment that Drakkon dishes out. Definitely, even if Drakkon, chops off one of Vader's arms, he'll just be like, oh, I guess I'll have that repurposed when I get back. In the meantime, here, as long as I still have the Force, then, guess what? You can't put me down. So, yeah, guys, this is a really tough one. Drakkon and Vader both have some major battle experience. Both of them, great warriors, great tacticians, cold, calculating, cruel. Man. This would be a bloody fight for sure. This would definitely be a bloody fight to the finish between Drakkon and Vader. I can't really, I can't think of who would come out on top, honestly. I really don't know who would be the victor in this matchup. So you guys tell me in the comments below, who do you think would win in a fight between Lord Drakkon and Vader? If you think Drakkon wins, put hashtag Drakkon wins, and list off the reasons why you think he would win this matchup. But if you think Vader wins, put hashtag Vader wins, and list off the reasons why you think Darth Vader would come out on top over Lord Drakkon. Just comment below, let me know. I honestly can't think of who would win, but yeah. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.